is the day. How does a peanut butter dry aged steak taste? Is it amazing? Does it have a peanut butter taste? I have no idea. But I tell you one thing, I was very surprised when I cooked a peanut butter steak sous vide, and that turned out good. And I'm always willing to try something new to find out how it's gonna taste. And that is why we're running this experiment today. This is the peanut butter dry aged steak, so let's do it. We start off with a 4-bone export rib. Now here's how this experiment is gonna go down. As you can see, this is a beautiful piece of meat, and it is amazing when it's dry aged. For a fair comparison, I'm going to be splitting it in half. One, we're going to be doing a regular dry aging on it, but the second one, we're going to be using peanut butter. So the first thing I need to do is to split it in half. And once I did, check this out. We have 2 exact pieces. The very first one, it's pretty straightforward. You've seen me use this many times. It is a special dry aging system that allows you to dry age at home without any special equipment. The only thing to do is to put the meat in the membrane, vacuum seal it, and put it over a coolie rack so the air can circulate all the way around. Now that that's done, it's ready to be dry aged inside of my regular refrigerator at home. For the peanut butter, I decided to go with the most popular one. And when I took a look at the ingredients, I was actually surprised. I thought it was only peanuts. Boy, was I wrong. It says that it was made from roasted peanuts, sugar, it also contains molasses, and vegetable oils, and a few more things. So now I have no idea what's about to happen. And the first thing I need to do is to keep everything clean. I know this is gonna be a messy job. So I laid down some parchment paper, spread a nice thick layer of peanut butter so that I can put my meat on top. I've learned that from my butter experiment. And let me tell you something, it is not easy. Even though it's the smooth kind, it does not spread. So slowly but surely, I worked all the way around it, make sure everything was coated with peanut butter. Not having a perfect seal is when things go wrong. So after quite some time, and I mean quite some time, I was left with a beautiful meat cake of peanut butter. That, my friends, is something you do not see every day. But now that we have both of them ready, all there's left to do is to put it on my regular refrigerator and let them sit and let the magic make its work. And for that, I'm waiting a total of 35 days. Once the time was up, I removed it from my refrigerator and I started to first work with the real dry aged one. As I completely removed the membrane, this is what it looks like. It's perfectly dry aged, just as expected. All the necessary moisture went out and we created a beautiful pellicle. And it's exactly what I'm looking for whenever I'm dry aging. The next thing to do is to cut it and make beautiful steaks out of it. And as I'm removing the pellicles, you can really appreciate the marbling of this cut. Remember, you must remove all the outer skin. But once I was done, I was left with 2 beautiful thick dry aged steaks. Since they felt extremely tender, I decided to tie them with butcher's twine. That will ensure it will keep its shape through the cooking process. The next thing to do is to season it with salt so that it can dry bright overnight in my refrigerator. As we all know, this is the best method to make a perfect steak. But once I was done, it was time for the peanut butter. And this is what it looks like after dry aging for 35 days. Now here's the interesting thing. The peanut butter is still soft. It never hardened. And as I hit my spoon on it, check it out. It almost looks the same as it went in. That for me is not a good thing because man, it's gonna be messy. And as I started removing the peanut butter, I could tell right away this is gonna be some work. It doesn't come out as one thick layer. We gotta scrape it little by little. And the more I removed, the stronger the peanut butter smell would hit me in the face. But after complaining about it for over an hour, getting peanut butter everywhere in my studio, doing the best I possibly could, once I was done, this is what it looks like. 35 days dry-aged peanut butter beef. As I picked it up, here's what I noticed. There's a big indentation in between the meat. That is normally a sign of dry aging, but there was nowhere for the moisture to escape, so I don't know where it went. It is also extremely tender. If I don't handle it with care, it will fall apart on me. That's a good sign. I can also clearly see a good part of oxidation through the edges. That's gotta go. It's also impossible to remove the rest of the peanut butter. And if you wonder what it smells like, you guessed it, peanut butter. So just like real dry age, I decided to cut it off. So I grabbed my knife, then I went to town removing all the outer skin. And as I did, everything is super sticky, messy, and just a complete nightmare. This is not looking good, friends. The only thing that saved it from me is when I took this slice. Check that out. Whoa, that got me a little excited. But once I was completely done with my trimming, this is what it looked like. As you can see, the fibers just connected to each other. They feel different. It's not like regular dry aged. It also does not feel like butter dry aged. It is so tender that I have to handle with extreme care. Check out the cap. It's completely separating. As I press down, it doesn't bounce back. It just stays. That's because it's extremely tender. Now that, friends, got me really excited. And by the way, the smell of peanut butter is completely gone. So to move on to the next step and have a fair comparison, I decided to split it in half. That way, both steaks, the dry aged one and the peanut butter one, will be the same thickness. To ensure that it will not fall apart on me as I'm cooking, I also decided to truss it with butcher's twine. And once I did, I was left with a beautiful steak. To keep everything the same, I also dry brined it. And as you know, that's just a fancy word to put salt on it and let it sit on my refrigerator overnight. The very next day, this is what the steaks look like. We have the real dry aged on the left and the peanut butter dry aged on the right. If you just took a look at these steaks now, you would have no idea what they went through. I will tell you one thing, the peanut butter dry aged feels more tender than the real dry aged one. So I finished them up by seasoning them with only freshly ground black pepper. But now that we have gone through all this process, I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook these beautiful steaks. So let's do it. All right, everybody, here we have our beautiful steaks. What do you think, Angel? Are you hungry?
They look good.
I am starving, everybody. All right, I say enough talking and let's get to try this, yeah?
Where we start?
We start right here. We're gonna go have an experiment today.
Okay.
You already know, right?
Right, two steaks.
Your uncle loves to experiment. Without experiment, we'll never know if something is good or not. All right, let's go for it. All right, first one, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers. Huh. Huh.
That flavor is so nice.
That is like, what, 20, 25 days
What?
dry age? Something that you've got to like try it to understand it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, how do you describe the taste of Coca-Cola? It tastes like
Exactly.
Coca-Cola.
Good. That's a
You got
good
me?
point. Yep.
So like, it has that kind of element to it, but it's just a flavor that elevates the steak. You could
to
say.
make it easy to understand, it is wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
That's how I can say about that.
Good.
If you never, yes, yes. Oh man, food, amazing.
Food,
yes. That's next one. You ready for this one? Let's go with this one. Let's see if there's any difference.
You're just gonna cut down in half?
Let's split it in half so that
All
we
right,
can
all right.
actually chew the thing. Second one, everybody. Cheers.
Oh, it's good.
It's good, but it is extremely different.
Yeah, that one's like 0
What?
0 days dry aged.
There's no dry aged flavor, everybody. There is a slight hint of sweetness.
You get a little hint of something. I don't know what. I don't know if it's even sweet. I just taste something.
It is, for me, it seems like a little sweeter, and to me, at least, it's super tender.
No, yeah, it was very tender.
It almost.
It was tender.
I think it's more tender than this one. What do you think?
I gotta go back to the.
If you are thinking that it's gonna taste dry age, forget it. There's no dry age flavor.
No, that's not dry aged. I know that for sure. That is not dry aged.
It is more tender. It is juicy. It is a wonderful steak, and it resembles some kind of sweetness for me. Are you ready to find out what it is? This one is a joke, I think, but it worked.
Stop. Well, it didn't work. Wait, whoa. What were you trying to attempt to make?
Yeah,
You were trying to make
We're
an
making
aged
an aged steak. Yeah. Are you ready?
Okay,
regular, beautiful.
You failed. You failed.
No, hold
I'm
on.
telling you right now that you failed. That is not
Look.
dry. That is a flavorful, tasty steak. Not dry aged. You failed.
Was dry aged with peanut butter. Peanut butter, bro.
Oh, bro. You went from regular butter to peanut butter. That's so weird,
That's
bro.
not my
That is
idea.
so weird.
Not my idea.
Whose idea was that?
Their idea. Hear me out, all right? Number one, this will make your refrigerator smell terrible. Don't do it. It smells like peanut butter. Everything you put it inside, even if you put like some type of drink like a beer or a soda, it seems like it goes through the glass. You know, it kind of works, but it don't have any peanut butter flavor. Do you feel any peanut butter flavor here? There's no peanut butter flavor, everybody, at all. It does have some types of sweetness that I can't put my finger around it or my tongue around it. I know you
It's
can't
not
tell, but I'm
peanut butter.
expecting something, but it's not peanut butter. Exactly.
There's not that flavor of peanut butter. It's something there, but I don't know what the hell
This
it
steak is making me cry because it's so funny. The whole world doesn't have to try it and waste that peanut butter. I did the sacrifice. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth
You
it.
really surrounded a whole steak with peanut butter.
Yes, you're gonna see it.
Yes, yes, I did, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other crazy idea that you would like me to try it,
Then
for
keep
you,
it to yourself.
so that you don't try it.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments
Keep it
below,
to
and we're gonna
yourself.
make it happen. And we're gonna have Angel try it.
Blindly.
And if it's a really good, amazing experiment, Angel will eat a salad.
No.
Not at all? No chance?
No chance.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.